Good afternoon. This is Iman Afshar with the Afshar Law Firm coming at you again with another edition of Quarantine Times. So what I want to talk about in this video is unemployment or reduced employment benefits. And this video is going to be specifically geared to those who are classified as employees. I'll probably do another video for employers and another video for independent contractors or self-employed individuals. But this particular video will just be for employees. So I want to encourage everyone that's considered an employee to apply for unemployment. And even if you're unsure, right now is not the time to risk it. These are uncertain times. We don't know when we're going to be able to go back to work. We don't know what's going on. Don't do something that you may not have wanted to do something like this. But right now it's okay to go ahead and apply, because even if you thought before that you weren't eligible, right now you may be, because they've changed some of the eligibility requirements and expanded them. Like, for example, the state of Texas, there's no longer the mandatory 1 week waiting period. They got rid of that. So, and another thing is now we have reduced unemployment is what I'm going to call it. So if you want to go ahead and do that, like for example, if you couldn't, if your work couldn't provide you with the hours that you needed, or if you were mandatorily required to stay quarantined at home, or for any of these reasons you got a reduced hourly setup, whether it's because you were at home or for any reason whatsoever, then you may be eligible for the reduced unemployment. And there's one thing to remember is if you couldn't go to work because you were sick, you're not eligible for unemployment, because technically you couldn't work because you were sick. So keep that in mind. But if you want to go ahead and apply, there's these brick and mortar stores that typically they have around in the major cities, and they're called Texas Workforce Solutions. Those are associated with Texas Workforce Commission. A lot of those stores are, the hours are being reduced and they don't have workers there because of all the different stuff going on there, people too. So please go ahead and call ahead before you go to one of the brick and mortar stores. Make sure they're open. Don't go out there if you don't need to. You can always apply online and by phone. Online, you go to the Texas Workforce Commission's website, and by phone, there's a number provided on that website. If you need any of those, you can just send me a direct message and I'll get them for you. But basically, if you do want to apply, some of the stuff that you're going to need are basically documents verifying your status and your income. So basically pay stubs and something showing that you were an active employee and you weren't fired. Your social security number or your alien registration number. Your contact information and address, your employer's contact information and their address, and the dates of your employment. So your start date, your end date. And if you do want to take advantage of the direct deposit program they have, you should have your bank information as well. And remember, you can always choose to have these unemployment benefits have a tax withholding or not. If you can keep track of it yourself. Remember, unemployment benefits are subject to taxes. So if you don't want them to withhold for you, you've got to keep track of it. In the meantime, there's a stimulus package that's in the works. Right now it's in the, Congress is taking a look at it. So when I hear something, I will make a video probably and update you about that. It's that $1,200 or $1,000 per person. Once we get a finalized breakdown, I'll let you know. And the other thing is, Governor Abbott applied for Texas to be designated a disaster area, and that was granted. So if you somehow don't get granted the unemployment through the Texas Workforce Commission's unemployment status, you may be eligible for the disaster unemployment assistance, which is a federal and state program that's been put together. I'll talk more about that in my next video, because that's going to be the one for independent contractors and self-employed to go forward with. So take care, be safe. If you have any questions, send me a direct message.